Hello everyone. So I'm gonna present today upon the topic of gaslighting. So those of you who are not familiar with the term gaslighting is a psychological manipulation of a person such that it could be by one person or multiple persons, such that the abuser starts to question the validity, the awareness of oneself, and he questions his own moral values and ideologies. So the abuser tends to write off the victim, saying that whatever the person's memories or person's value system or whatever perception be it, it was all faulty. So the abuser has such a control. Abusers have such a control over the victim that the victim tends to think that whatever the perception that the victim has is all questionable, and that the person is not in the valid in thinking, or the moral perception is different. So that is gaslighting. Now I would like to put forward a controversial statement. Now this gaslighting technique has been used by many companies, even many relationships, be it husband wife, be it brother sister, be it amongst the parents and the sibling. So this is more prevalent in nowadays, though not many people talk about it. Now its harmful effect, the abuser, he or she feels elevated upon turning the victim to her own advantage, and designing thoughts in such a way that the abused starts feeling invalidated. Now, what I'm trying to imply is that in many of the multinational so called companies who are earning the so called profits, it's by putting down upon the own individual's self esteem, questioning his or her own self esteem, and saying that the person, that individual who they have whose self esteem or whose values or whose moral is being questioned, is not relevant or not according to the company standards or policies. So this leads to a long term erosion of the individual's mental health being. Now gaslighting can can be put away with. That is it can be used by multiple people. It can be put away with in the sense that instead of the company resorting to the gaslighting technique, they can use other methods of convincing, of bringing in a good experience to the individual, rather than resorting to this negative technique of gaslighting. So this can be once the juniors or the other members, when they see that this victim is getting abused in such a way, it may instill other people also, other people who could be either in superior in age, or they might be smaller in age, to come and also target the individual in such a way, so that makes that individual to underestimate his or her abilities, and that can hamper the society as a whole. Because if it is happening to several individuals, this could actually, as you know, that in today's world mental health is very important. So if this sort of abuse is occurring to a number of individuals, it could affect the society in general. That is, what is the value that a society builds? The society is supposed to build, strengthen the power of an individual, and not in curbing or putting down the individual. So what I would suggest is that one should resort to other techniques rather than resorting to this technique of gaslighting, because the concern of today's world is that many people don't have others to reach out to, or they feel they are abused in such a way that they cannot express the thought to other people, thinking that it is it is morally wrong, or they would be laughed at, or they would be looked down upon. So the abuser tends to take advantage of this. So with that, I end on the note that please do not resort to gaslighting. Please resort to to an understanding, more understanding, and a more what socially acceptable approach, which would be beneficial in the long run. Thank you.